All right, so how to improve the fastest? That's what we're all after, right? Taking this course is not only going to save you an insane amount of money from errors and things that you make and rabbit trails and all those other things, but it'll save you an incredible amount of time. Knowing all these things, at one downloadable instant, or, essentially over the course of a weekend, that you can go through this course and you can learn everything. You're literally shaving off years of frustration and seeking off your time. So let's see how we can take that up a notch, right? All right, so clear your mind. This is a numbers game, pure and simple. And if you get good at it, you will have tilted the odds in your favor and you will make more than you lose over time. The concept is simple. The implementation tends to be difficult, right? So the faster that you can connect the dots that this is a learned skill and emotion should take little to no part in it, the faster that you will excel. And I will add, in conjunction with emotion, but pride. Pride is a killer. We need to be humble as we're learning. If you're prideful, then your expectations are going to be off. Expectations are going to be high. Your expectations need to be low. All right, so the lower the time frame you trade, the more trades you will take in a shorter period of time. Therefore, the more potential experience you can acquire in a smaller amount of time. But remember, practice does not make perfect. Good, thoughtful, and meaningful practice makes better. You must scrutinize your behavior and execution in every single trade. Making excuses or justifying poor actions will only drag out the learning curve that much further. And oftentimes, pride is the reason behind those things. All right, so start a trade journal. If you haven't already done that, if you haven't been consistent with it, now's the time. Write down everything. And by the way, this is a non-negotiable. You cannot learn and grow effectively without a written detailed account of where you have been and how you are improving over time. There's software that can track all aspects of your actual trading execution for you, and if you are serious about wanting to become successful, you will invest in yourself there, but a journal is for the other factors that numbers do not show. What were your thoughts leading up to the trade? Were you shooting from the hip, or was this a planned trade? Were your emotions even keeled, or were they running high during the trade? Did you execute where you knew you should have, or did you hesitate? If you did hesitate, why do you think you did? Etc. The list goes on, but you can quickly see how brutally honest you must be with yourself for the sake of getting better. Otherwise, you are fooling yourself and spinning your wheels will result. Right? So let's not underestimate exactly the kind of growth that can happen. This is something that's still going to take time, but now you've shortcutted most of the process, right? So now this is how we're going to implement a lot of the things that we're going to learn. Is we're going to say, hey, we're going to focus on a couple things at a time, and we're going to implement. We're going to lower our risk to where our emotions are not, where they don't get out of control during the trade, and then we're going to implement. And then we're going to document. And then we're going to collect the data on that. And then once you do that, a trend will emerge. Right? So we're going to get into a lot more of that in the strategy course when we go through all the trading and developing the trade strategy and all that. But again, I cannot overemphasize the importance of this. Do it. Do it every day without hesitation, and do it throughout the day. Don't try to do a daily recap of what happened, of what you remember what happened. You're not going to remember. If you don't remember today, you're definitely not going to remember what happened 2 weeks ago. So write things down as they happen, especially the most important details of where you felt like you got excited, or where you got fearful, or where you hesitated. Those things can point out, as I mentioned in the mindset course, those things point out the biggest things that we need to work on.